has announced the launch of their own Japanese language website, which will be introduced tomorrow. With the arrival of Shunsuke Nakamura, interest from the Far East has gone into overdrive. Thus, the internet site will allow this new fan base the opportunity to learn about the history of the club and catch up with all the up-to-date news. To transfer speculation now, faced up to Inter Milan in a special champions encounter. Ahead of a forthcoming charity event, Lisbon lion John Clark was reunited with the legendary Giacinto Facchetti, who presented him with Adriano's jersey. Whilst the Celtic legend was delighted, the former Inter defender has less than favourable memories of meeting Clarkie in the Estadio Nacional.
For Inter is not good to remember because in Lisbon we lose the Champions League. But I remember in '72 when we win with the penalty. But Inter and Celtic was every time a great match.
Defeat, though, is still a bitter pill to swallow.
Inter don't play very well. Is the match that we have two great players injured, and the team in this match is not in the best condition. But Celtic was a great great team, and they play very well.
So Celtic were indeed worthy champions, a fact that obviously pleases John Clark. And of course John could do nothing other than wish Giacinto well.
Mr Facchetti, he accepted that Celtic were good that day, and we deserved to win. But first of all, we'd like to say thanks for giving us this for the charity. And I have got to watch what I have to say to you as regards to the game tonight, because Celtic and Rangers, and what we will say to you is we wish you well for the rest of the season. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
He was back to full fitness.
I still need to work quite hard this week in training to get back to full sharpness. I didn't feel that when I came on, but the ankle came through it fine. So.
How much of a shock was it then to pick up the injury?
Things like this happen, don't they? It was frustrating, missing the Dunfermline game and missing most of the Aberdeen game, but you got to live with it. These things happen.
Do you tend to worry a little bit more when you get injured just because of what happened in the past?
No, not really. I just don't like the fact that I don't train, and I think previous to the Rangers game I hadn't trained all that week, and I just feel as though you end up getting out of condition a little bit, and that's what I think probably happened. However hard you try up the gym when you are injured, you do lose a little bit of sharpness.
The team definitely missed you against Dunfermline. Is that good from your point of view? No,
the Dunfermline game was quite bad. I'm complaining about that, but it was just disappointing to miss the two, most of the Aberdeen game and then obviously the Dunfermline game, but it happens, doesn't it? So you just have to get on with it. It's only a couple of weeks and things could be a lot worse. So
what's your thoughts on the Aberdeen performance then?
Yeah, once they scored, I think we just started playing really, really well. I think up until then, I don't think they were giving us too much problems at the back, but I think once that happened and Aidan scored a great goal, it was a great finish, and then things started to click from there on.
Are you pleased to see that Aidan settled down then and is performing really well?
No, he's doing very well at the minute, and yeah, it's good to see him playing well and scoring, and long may it continue.
Is this a good side to play in?
It's enjoyable to play in, but it's hard work, and the only time really where we get to play the good football is once, and once we've probably got a couple of goals ahead, and that takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of hard work from the defence, the midfield, and the forwards. So it's not just midfield forwards should take the credit. It's a full lot.
But you have to take credit, Sean, for scoring. What is the goal of the season so far?
It was just fortunate. Things like that sometimes happen. Sometimes come off and sometimes they don't, and it's just fortunate this time it came off.
You're absolutely delighted with it, you can't deny that.
Yeah, I was delighted, but it's a few weeks ago now, and hopefully there'll be a lot more of that to come.
Big difference from the start of the season when you scored in a losing side against Rangers at Ibrox.
Yeah, if you score and your side loses, it means very little to you. Even if it is in a Rangers game, but it was yeah. If you score in an Old Firm game and you're on the winning side, you do come away from it quite happy, and yeah, you want to win those games. They're massive games, and the feeling when you get beat is just horrible. And it was nice to win the last two, but I'm sure Rangers will be wanting revenge when we play them next time.
Can you say at this stage that Rangers are out of it?
I don't think you can fully count Rangers out. It's always possible that the players they have in their squad, they're good players, and they're always possible to go on a run. But the main thing is we have to look after ourselves. We have to win each game we play in, and I think that's going to be hard enough as it is.
Has it surprised you that Hearts have stayed so?
People were surprised, but I think they've showed consistency and they're winning, and you got to give them credit for being up there, and they deserve to be there.
Are you looking at the Hearts results now in the way that you used to look at Rangers?
Well, we still look at Rangers that way, but it's you look at once we've hopefully won our game, then of course you do look to Hearts because they're the nearest to us, and to be fair, Hibs they've got a good team and at times can play great stuff themselves.
So will you be working throughout the rest of this week, concentrating on getting yourself a starting place?
Yeah, definitely. It's where you want to be, and hopefully I'll be in there on Saturday.
Do you mind what position you play in?
No, not really. Wherever the manager decides or wants me to play, I'll be quite happy to play.
So will you start on Saturday?
It's only Tuesday, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll have to work hard this week, impress the manager, and hopefully get back in, and just desperate to get back in the starting 11.
Does the manager give you right up until the very last minute to impress him?
I'll ask him. I don't think you can rest on your laurels and think by Tuesday that you're going to be in the team Saturday, because then if you don't respect the training from there on in, you can't really turn it on like that. But I can't. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be in the starting 11, but I'll be working as hard as I can to be in there.
Good news that Paul Lawson signed a new deal?
Yeah, I think he signed yesterday, so that's good news for him, and he's been involved a lot more this season, so yeah, delighted for him.
Is he a player that you'd like to see making it into the first team squad eventually?
Yeah, I think obviously he plays in that midfield role which Lenny occupies at the moment, and he's having a decent run of form. I'm not going to praise him too highly, but he's having a decent run of form, so I think Paul's been training with us full time this season, and I think he's confidence-wise he's came on leaps and bounds, and I think the first teamers are starting to see probably how good a player he is, and thankfully he's signed a couple of years, and the manager seems to rate him quite highly.
Sean, we all know how close you are to John Kennedy. You must have been gutted that he suffered another setback.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's something you don't want from. He'd worked so hard. It was an awful day. But he's been back over, and I think he seems in himself a lot more confident this time. And I'm a lot more confident. I was in him this time. I think he's off. I think he's walking now. So he's got a lot of hard work, a lot more hard work. But absolutely no doubts that he'll come back and be the player, if not better. Because if it doesn't stop him, then it's only going to make him stronger.
Yeah, that was Sean talking to Mark.
Season, of course, as well. I had reservations. I didn't think he was as quick. The wee legs were going quick, but I wasn't sure he was actually covering the ground as quick as a bigger guy. But he has proved me wrong this season. He has come on to a game. He has shown not only skill but great determination, and he's very, very good at raising the tempo of the team when he comes on. And you know, the goal against Rangers is only one of the goals he has scored this season, but he is getting his shots on target, and he wasn't doing that before. But I mean, this is good. He's looking up to see what's on before as he runs forward here, and that's sometimes a difficult skill. Decides that the angle is not good enough to whip the ball across goal, has a shot himself, and over that short distance he's very good at getting past his man. I felt before he was maybe making too long runs and it was easier for a defender to catch up with him, but now he's very good at making the runs from a set distance, and he just has to be a bit more careful with the final.
What do you think is his best position? Because when he came on against Aberdeen here, he played on the right-hand side of just off the top two. Would you prefer him to play a more central role, or do you think his strengths are where we're seeing him here?
Well, let's put it the other way around, Ali. As a defender,
I signed a 2.5-year extension. Obviously my deal was up at the end of the year, so I'm just pleased to get that out of the way.
Did all this come as a shock to you, or had you already been in a series of talks with the club?
Well, it was I was trying not to think about it, obviously, just get my head down, playing away. But then a couple of weeks ago the manager pulled us aside and told us they're offering us a new deal, so I was quite happy with that, yeah.
When the manager did take you aside, were you a little bit concerned that he might be wanting to talk to you about something else?
No, I just thought he was just got to talk to us in general, you know, and just said that obviously get my agent in and stuff and talk about a new deal, so it's been good, yeah.
So what's the response been like from the rest of the squad? Are they really glad that you're going to be staying along?
Well, nah, they've been really supportive and stuff, and a lot of congratulations has come my way, so it's been good.
From your own point of view, though, from here on in, you've got to push yourself forward and get yourself into the starting lineup, haven't you?
Well, that's obviously the aim, same as every young boy at the club. I mean, we look at Steve McManus this year, he's started X amount of games, you know, he's done great, so that's just sort of what you want to get to, you know, and I've just got to keep working hard and hopefully get that soon.
So what about your debut then? Was it as special as you thought it would be?
Yeah, I suppose it was in a way. Personally, it is. Yeah, it's very good. It was a good game. Yeah, we were up 3-0 at the time, you know, when I came on, so it was quite. I was able to relax a bit more, and it was good. Yeah, but I just want to try and get more games under my belt.
Paul, you're regarded as an automatic replacement for Neil Lennon in that holding midfield role. Is that where you enjoy playing the most?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Everyone says that I'm got to be Lenny's natural replacement, but we'll wait and see. The club might bring in somebody else or what have you, but that's what I'm aiming for, yeah.
It's up to you then to convince the club that they don't need to bring in anybody else and that you're the obvious choice for that position.
Well, that's it. If I get my chance, it's down to me to take it. You know, if I don't do well, then that's my own fault. You know, I just thought to get that chance.
Do you feel as if you're learning a lot from Neil Lennon in training, and that's obviously helping to develop your own game?
Yeah, not just Lenny. You know, there's Stan Petrov as well. Also plays in the middle. We learn a lot, but you could learn a bit off everyone in that dressing room. You know, it's everyone's a good player in that.
So what was your thoughts on the Aberdeen game? Because you've got quite a close tie up there, haven't you?
Yeah, nah, it's always good going up there and getting a result. It is a hard place to go at times, you know. Going 1-0 down, you know, the boys showed great character and coming back.
Did you get a bit of a hard time when you got there? Then obviously you're Aberdeen born and your brother-in-law plays for them as well.
I wouldn't say a hard time, no, just wind-ups and stuff and have a bit of banter between me and him, you know. But as I say, it's always good to go up there and get a result.
So looking forward to the weekend then, Paul, what about Hibs? Another team full of very successful youngsters. Will that be a difficult one?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I was hearing on the radio people are saying it's a 2-horse race, but personally I think it'll be more than that. You can't count anyone out at this moment. There's still a long way to go, you know. And as you say, Hibs have been doing well. A slight slip up, you know, that happened to us last week, so it'll be a tough game at the weekend.
How much would you like to be involved in?
Obviously, it's you want to be involved, you know, but the way the boys are playing just now, you can't really argue not getting a game. I mean, Lenny's playing great this season, so I'm not really expecting to play, but it'd be nice to get a wee taster.
Ross Wallace, though, he didn't expect to play, but he got in, and he's probably done enough to stay in that position, don't you think?
Oh, he done very well, yeah. Just shows us competition for places all over the park, and Roscoe's come in and done well, so hopefully he might get a game again this weekend.
You said that you don't expect to play, but do you still listen for your name in the team sheet every time the manager calls it out?
Well, obviously, you try and tell yourself, no, I'm not playing. And then when the manager's reading the team out, you're kind of secretly hoping that your name's there, but I'm not disappointed if I'm not, because, you know, as I say, the boys have been doing great and I wouldn't expect everyone to lose their place.
The very fact, though, that he's given you an extension, I mean, that must be encouraging in itself.
Yeah, well, that is the encouragement, you know, that the manager obviously sees me part of his plans in the future, so I'm happy about that, yeah.